Okay, let's get back to what we were doing. So anyway, as I was saying, start the Mega Tiger Zord. That's what I found out what his name was. I went online and found what his name was. Start the Mega Tiger Zord. Have his legs like that. Have those right there. Bring in White Tiger Zord. Pull his feet in. Stick them up like that. Put his fist in. Pull his fist out. Like that. Now, hold it like that, you know, like you're getting it to ready to go into tiger mode. Warrior mode. On the sides, pull these out. And then latch them on. Lock them into place. Yeah, it gets bigger. Lock them into place. Now, next, up here, you want to pull these down. Like that. Bring in the lion fist. Bring the lion legs in. Lock them into place. Like that. Flip it around. Like that. Take the lion torso and lock it into place. Push it in. Now, have it like that. Now come here to the phoenix, the firebird. Bring out the legs, the firebird, and put the tail in. Back into place. Now, take the legs that come with it, click into place. Pull out the White Tiger Zord. Take this part of the White Tiger Zord. Lock it in like that. Lock that in like that. Now this one's tricky, but I'm going to take the back off for a second. I'm going to pull his head out first. In a few minutes. Now, I don't know what's wrong with mine, but there we go. That's the only way I can get it to come off. After that's all fixed up and everything, push that up and lock that in. And there is, should make it bigger. There is the Mega Tiger Zord. And this toy is big. Comparison to the Thunder Warrior, it's big. You put the Thunder Warrior in front, that's how big that thing is. So anyway, in this form of the White Tiger, of this form of the Mega Tiger Zord, it's a really nice shiny Zord. It fought a couple times, and as its finishing move, the Firebird would latch. He would take his arm up like this, set his arm up like that, and he would fire, and it would go through an enemy. So anyway, turn this all around so you can see it. Yeah, it's a really big Zord. And the White Ranger never rode in that Zord. Always the other Rangers rode in the Zord. But yeah. So anyway, in the collection, they brought out another part. Moving this out. Moving him out of the place. They're like, hey, we have to, we had to make another Zord. We had to have another Zord. And, lo and behold, they had to bring another one out. So I just moved him out of the way. Moving on to the show. Moving on. Let me fix that for a second. Moving on into the show. They had to have another Zord come in. And this one is a big Zord. It is the one and only Tor the Shell Zord. And this toy is huge. He is huge. He's a giant turtle. And he's quite a looker. He's got lights and sounds. One button if you press the button. One button pressing and it sounds like a cannon went off. The other one sounds like it's screaming. So anyway, Tor came out. And it was a huge Zord. But they always had to have something to do. Before anything else, the Thunder Ultra Zord comes around. I'm gonna show out Tor. Tor the Shadow Zord has lights and sounds. Rolls. He rolls nicely, but I don't like the sound of it. My opinion about him, he could have been motorized, like Titanus was. So anyway, starting transformation. Tor had a different transformation form. Puppy, you need to stop. There. Okay. So Tor had a different mode. It was the turtle mode. It was the big old warrior turtle mode. To do that mode, you just stand Tor up. Stand him up like that. And to do the mode, you're going to do this. Once he's stood up, pull Tor apart. Take off the staff. I just like putting it in there. Put the Red Dragon Thunder Zord warrior guy in there. Close them up. Press these down. Flip it to reveal his robot face. Yeah, the little horn comes off sometimes. Lock into place. And the horn's messed up again. There we go. And there's Tor in battle mode. He's a really big... I don't know how big he is. Well, here's the Mega Tiger Zord still put together. Yeah. Here we go. That's still a big toy. So anyway, in this mode, when Tor was around, he was able to fire. Fire on, fire on, fire on, and everything. So anyway, you can still press the buttons. Still press the buttons to make sounds. Yeah. So anyway, this was one thing, but they had to have an Ultra Sword. The Ultra Zord was a very powerful thing. They had to have the Ultra Zord into it. And that was the Thunder Ultra Zord. To make the Thunder Ultra Zord, we're going to do this first. Take out the Red Dragon Thunder Zord out of Tor. I'm going to get the staff out. Put Tor back in turtle mode. Now, he's running turtle mode. Now, it's time to strip apart Mega Tiger Zord. So we take apart the Mega Tiger Zord, strip it apart, pull this off, pull this off, pull that off, pull the lion off, pull, just put every Zord back in Zord mode. Take the White Tiger off. Turn White Tiger back into its original Zord mode. Where's his tail? Okay, that's like that. Take the lion, put it back up together. Okay, turn the Griffin back into Zord mode. A lot of disassembling in these. Okay. Now we don't need the legs anymore. Okay, start the Mega Tigers. Start the Thunder Ultra Zord. Bring Tor in first. Pull Tor, open Tor section up, like that. Next, bring in White Tiger. Bring in the White Tiger Zord. Come back here to him. Pull his legs up like that. Take his sword out of there. And just see if you can compress the White Tiger into a smaller form. Slide White Tiger in as small as you can. Take a while. It takes a while to get it in the right mode. Give me a few minutes to get them in the right. Okay, let's put it all. I know it takes a lot of muscle to get him in there. I'm just gonna. Can I just put the sword in there with the White Tiger? Okay, close them up. Good. Take that dog in there with you. Okay. Once he's in there, it's time to make the Thunderzord Assault Team. Now, in the Thunderzord Assault Team, if you get it in the package, it should come with this platform. All this platform does is just hold everything together. So, we're just going to lock the platform in place, like that. And it starts to get bigger. Next, place the unicorn in where it belongs. Place the griffin where it belongs. Bring in the lion and place it where it belongs. Take the Firebird. It stands on the pedestal. Bring its head up like that. Next, lock in Red Ranger. Take the Red Dragon Thunderzord, put the staff back in its hand. And set it in the middle. And there is your Thunder Ultrazord. Thunder Ultrazord was pretty cool looking. It's a really big toy. It takes so many smaller toys. It takes so many other toys to make it. It's like in the set, you have to buy this, that, and this to make something like this. Well, I had to say about when I wanted this Zord. I always wanted it, but I never got one piece of it. I remember every time I asked my parents for one, they said, "No, we can't do it," or something like that. So when every one of my friends had it, I was always upset. But now, since I'm 20-something years old, I finally have it. I'm happy now. So anyway, as I was saying, in there, this would come flying around, and for its main attack, to finish it, they would have the Thunderzord Assault Team drop down on a monster. They would unleash Tor, and Tor would fall apart. Tor would fall on the thing, and the whole monster got destroyed. So anyway, moving on. Now, Lord Zed got mad. Zed got mad a lot. Because the Power Rangers always defeated him. So he decided to do this. He decided to create a Zord of his own. And not many people think it's a Zord, but it is. The main Zord for the Zord that he had, one and only, was this big guy. This big guy right here. The Mighty Serpentera. Yeah, Serpentera. Serpentera was Lord Zed's personal Zord. And he was big. Not small, but he was a really big Zord. Mine still has the mouth, and it still works. Mine's nice. Mine's used, but I got it off of Big Bad Toys when they had it. The gold's still really good. And Serpentera was a very powerful Zord. Remember when the Power Rangers first fought him? Serpentera came down and crushed Tor. Broke him. Destroyed him. They're like, oh no! He destroyed them! Oh no! So anyway, there was another thing that happened. This guy could turn into a standing dragon. To start the transformation for him, just stand him up. Stand him up where he's up in the air. Come over here to Serpentera. Put his arms down. Open these up to flat them. Pull his feet up. And bring his head up like that. And there's Serpentera in battle mode. And I always thought he would be better if he had sounds in here. I looked down here at this node, and I always thought it'd be better if it had sounds. But yeah. But sometimes in the show, Serpentera would lose power because how big he is. I take him while in charge, which gave Power Rangers a lot of time to attack him. So anyway, he's got the scales of a green dragon, and I forgot to do one thing else. Just put his tail like that. He's quite a looker. Now I don't have a turn